let's talk about bubbly some more.
Bubblies. Well, like I have
So
to
you're
say,
looking for a bubbly sponsorship.
I am, because I'm not kidding. My mom bought me one of those, like, you know, those like hats that hold
The
two
hard
games?
hats with the two cup holders?
Well, this one is like a Viking hat with two like Viking horns out the side, and I finished 2 bubblies in the span of like 1.
The Sit Down Podcast is brought to you by Funky Moose Records. We sell new and used vinyl records, inner and outer sleeves, cleaning supplies, turntables, speakers, but we also support some of the artists that we've had on this show by helping them sell their merchandise. So check out funkymooserecords.ca, head over to the merch section, and pick a t-shirt or 2. If you use the discount code SITDOWN10, you'll get 10% off your entire order. That is funkymooserecords.ca and SITDOWN10 for 10% off.
I'm obviously not going to use it for bubbly, but I mean, like, the bubbly was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What are you going to use it for?
Juice.
Yeah, right. Okay, all seriousness, what's your poison? What's your drink of choice?
Well, bubbly. But it, like, has like literally any bubbly I can get my hands on. It doesn't matter. I like them all.
Interesting.
Like, like you will bring me a case of bubbly, I'll be like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like I just store it in my mini fridge in my dorm. It's
That's
amazing.
fucking hilarious, dude. Okay, what do you do with the empty cans after? Do you recycle them and
yes.
collect them, bring in your money?
Right now, our dorm, because I'm living with 3 dudes, we are hoarding all of our cans in one thing, and I think we're gonna spend it on
A blow up doll.
No.
Just joking. I'm seriously just joking.
No, it was gonna be pie at first. We were gonna get pies. Like, man, we all like pies so much. And then we found out. Have you guys ever heard of the Scrub Daddies?
No.
Like, they're like a sponge.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and it looks like a little smiley face.
Yeah.
And they are like when you get them warm, they turn really soft, and then when you like turn on the cold water, it gets really hot. Or sorry, really hard. Sorry,
Yeah.
And then it like is the best sponge ever. So I think like our bubbly can fund, or just can fund in general, is gonna go towards more Scrub Daddies.
And that's like to clean?
Yes, to clean our dishes,
Oh my god.
which often doesn't happen like regularly because it's midterm season. But
How many dudes in your dorm?
there's 4 of us, so I guess there's me and then 3 other dudes.
Do they drink the bubbly?
No,
Just you.
they drink like other soft drinks, but I pretty much am the only one that contributes to the can fund.
To that can fund. That's freaking hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you tuning in, we have Mr. Nic Aiken joining us this week. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
So the first time that I got to see you perform, Nick, I want to say was at this year's Chesterfest. You were on like you were like, I think you were right before Rebecca Strong.
Yeah.
Or like 2 before her or something.
Shout out to Rebecca.
Shout out Rebecca.
Facts.
We still got to hit up the open mic at the Cap.
Yes.
But yeah, that was the first time I got to see you, and I definitely took notice, and I'm like, oh, this guy's got he's got talent, right? I was like, you were very intriguing. I liked the way your voice sounded, and I would
Thank you.
it was appealing. And then I saw you shortly after that, randomly at up north at Candle Lake. There was a music thing going on there, and you happened to be performing there. I might even have like a little
Snippet.
a little snip video of that.
I can
maybe
even send you one too. I've got quite a few.
Hell yeah, do that up. And then I kind of bombarded you after, like outside in the parking lot. I was like, hey, dude.
You ambushed him?
Yeah, I definitely did.
good
That's
ambush,
how I
good
roll.
And you're like, who the fuck's this creep?
Well, I was kind of like, what? Like he's saying, like he's like, oh, I'm part of like fun, and I was like, I'm getting a record deal.
That's hilarious.
I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. But then, no, not saying that this isn't as good as a record deal. This is pretty sweet. But I mean, it was. I was even probably more hyped that I was going on a podcast, because a podcast is more tangible for where I'm like at. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just I was like, I'm not kidding. I like went home and I was like, so it was pretty good. And then I was like, and they asked me to be on podcast. They're like, oh my god, like my whole extended family was there because I was.
Oh, are you serious?
It was just amazing. They were also like so hyped.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
And I was so hyped because like,
Hi, family.
Hi, guys.
Hi, mom and dad, who's gonna be listening to this as soon as it comes out. No, that night that was like pretty much a highlight of my summer.
Well, dude, right?
I was so excited.
That was a very, what's the word? Not interesting. It was a good night. Like, since that night, there's been a progression of good things. A series of good things have been happening since that night. And I can account a lot of those things to that evening and meeting you being one of them and everything. So I thank you for that. That was, it was a night to remember for sure.
How did you get on the roster for Chesterfest?
Well, Joel and I knew each other from E. Ronson Center. So like when I going back to like when I first started was with like Search for the Stars and all that.
Okay.
And I started out then, and then they kind of like started talking to me. I got Daniel. You guys know Daniel from?
Maybe have met him,
he was like
but I don't know.
the main honcho at EA Ronson Center.
At Ronson. Is he still there?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he
Okay,
was. I
then
think he said he was supposed to retire, but he just didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
He's the
I
guy
bet.
that books the shows mostly.
Yeah, and he's like I actually attribute him to like all my in quotation marks success.
Right.
But no, he did a lot for me, and he's done a lot, and same with Joel. But yeah, basically we knew each other, and Joel and I talked, sorry, and yeah, he just texted me one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to be part of Chesterfest?" And I was like, "Damn right, I would like to be part of Chesterfest. That is sweet."
Yeah.
And yeah.
Why would you not?
Yeah, well, especially since it's like the coolest thing ever. Like I went there and the day was brutal. It was like so muggy. I remember that, like vividly remember that, like getting out of my air conditioned car, and it was like, ugh, like it just like it took all the energy out of me just to get out of the car. It was brutal.
Oh, I love that.
And you're like, I gotta sing in this?
Yeah, I was like, at least my vocal cords are gonna be like nice and moist.
Nice.
But no, if you can't tell.
So.
Sorry, I was gonna say that I'm not very good with heat.
No, redhead.
Redhead, yes.
A ginger. So tell me more a little bit about the Search for the Stars thing.
That's what literally when I say kickstarted, like I had never really sang before. I like never did anything with vocals. I was a drummer.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I drummed for my little band. We used to do like covers of Metallica and what every kid does when they're like 13.
Yeah.
But I remember it was October like 2019 or 18 or something like that. Yeah, I think it was 2019. And October time, it was like I had just actually gotten surgery the year before, and I had to quit hockey. So I had like nothing to do, and this was kind of like the time I'd start, doing my hockey stuff, and I was kind of down in the dumps. And then my mom's like, "Hey, would you just want to audition for Search for the Stars?"
So she clearly knew you could sing at that point.
Yeah, because, from the car, and like every once in a while, you get downstairs with like the mic, because my sister used to sing, and yeah, I get down to the mic and just screech and do my whatever. And she was like, "Oh, maybe you got a little bit of something there." And I remember I was at work, and she texts me, and I'm like, "You know what? Screw it. Why not just audition, just to do it, to say that I at least tried to do it." And then I spent the next like 2 months just practicing and trying to get, it was Knocking Boots by Luke Bryan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I hate that song now because like just the amount of times I had to listen to it. But so I went there, and I did actually like a really good, like I'd never sang on stage before, never done any of that. And I walked up on stage and I sang that, and they actually like clapped, and I was like, I was like,
they actually.
I was like, they actually clapped for me. Wow. For like, I was like, oh my god! But did that for everyone. But and then.
Don't say that.
So sorry to interrupt, but how nerve-wracking was that leading up to that? The 2 months of you practicing leading up to it, to the moment where you're actually grabbing the microphone on stage for the very first time. How nerve-wracking is that?
It wasn't. It was super weird. I was like probably the most. I'm a performer like through it all. You know what I mean? Like and
like it's in your blood.
Yeah, and I kind of like it was just such a different type of like stimulus, I guess. I don't even know what to say because like like I just attribute it to hockey. So like hockey, I was like, oh my gosh, like I got to worry about this. I got to worry about my teammates. I got to worry about my skates. And this was just kind of like, this is just me. Like I can just attribute everything that happens just to me. Right. So if I knew I put in the work, so I was like, why be nervous?
Yeah.
I can just do as best as I can do, you know? And that's all you can do, you know?
I like that. You, when you do well, it's your fault. And when you do bad, it's your fault.
Yeah, 100%.
Nobody else. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
It's like a feed forward reflex, you know? Like it's just, everything that happens is just because of you.
Yeah, that's truth.
Reminds me of Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
So Search for the Stars, is that like an annual thing?
Yeah.
It's in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I really went on a tangent there, but
no, we're good.
No, I Search for the Stars yearly thing happens. So they do the auditions, I think in November, around there, and then they do the actual show in like January.
Is that like at the Winter Festival kind of thing, or attached to that?
Actually, I thought it was, but it's not. The youth extravaganza they have is kind of like a Winter Festival thing,
right?
But no, the Search for Stars is like pretty much its own thing. It's pretty sweet actually. Like the winners can get like money towards recording.
Interesting.
It is very sweet. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of Relan Meeks.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Well, the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's a singer. Actually, just I think this summer she released her first song on Apple Music. She's from PA. She's a really good singer. But even Becca Strong, she's won like countless times.
Dude, she's a freaking sweetheart.
Oh, she's like an amazing singer.
I know.
I can't like honestly like. I can't believe it sometimes just how like she just hits these notes and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's
100%, dude. I know she kind of
so down to earth.
Yeah.
Very humble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, and like even like her and I have had countless interactions. Well, at Search for the Stars, that's where I met her.
Yeah.
And like just countless times that I've talked to her, and like I haven't talked to her in like over a year now, but I just amazing. When you think of someone who's like has a really like powerful voice, I think like if I think of anyone, it's her.
It's her, you know? Definitely. She's the first one that pops in my mind too. Okay, so
how did that progress? Like you auditioned and then what?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll get on that. So yeah, I auditioned and then I got an email and it was like, well, you made it in, and I was like,
you qualified.
I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
One person that clapped actually.
Yeah, it was like they actually liked me.
Joel in the back there.
Daniel's just like, yeah. But no, and then that's just kind of what kickstarted it off, and then like, and then the show happened in January, and it's kind of like a full weekend thing. Like you go there Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So Saturday is kind of like a little like they bring professionals in from different, I guess, music backgrounds. So they have like. At one time they had like a rapper and like a hip hop singer,
like a mentor kind of thing,
and they kind of like they kind of talk to you for a little bit and tell you how their story went. So practically what I'm doing now, and then they like let you ask questions. Mm-hmm. You actually get to perform for them, and then they can give you like kind of
notes
and everything, and it helps 100%. Like I remember just being like wide eyed the whole time when I was like my first time. I was like,
how old were you?
I was.
Because you're pretty young still, right?
Yeah, I'm 19.
19?
I think I was 16 when I first started singing.
Oh, wow.
16, 17, around there. And, I remember just being like, wow, I'm in, like, I'm not worthy. Yeah, we're not worthy. You know, like, it was just like, it didn't feel real, you know what I mean?
Surreal, yeah.
Even though it was, like, not that big, you know, it was big to me. And it's big for even kids younger than me. Like, there was kids... like 8, 6, like there was young kids there who like they could sing really, like honestly some of them sang like way better than I expected for like an 8-year-old.
Right.
She sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow and I was like, that is the single cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and as the show continued, you know, like I actually ended up my first year I won a award actually at the Search for the Stars. I won Most Improved. Which not everyone gets.
Yeah. And so your second year you got Most Improved.
My
How do you get a most improved in your first year?
Because they basically based it off of my audition. So they
so like from your audition to the performance, most improved.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it was. I ended up singing "If You're Reading This" by Tim McGraw. Have you ever heard that one?
No.
Very sad song. I made a lot of my family cry.
Oh.
It's basically about a army veteran who dies and he's talking from heaven.
Right. Do you think it's the song that made them cry, or do you think it was the fact that you were the one up there performing it that made them like joyful?
Probably a song.
Or a combination.
I think if I was singing,
it wasn't me. It was the song.
Yeah.
If I was singing Chattahoochee, I don't know if anyone would have cried.
Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe so.
But no, I think I did it I think I did it 3 years in a row. I can't remember. Everything morphs together.
Yeah. No, we can definitely relate to that too, how the shows kind of all frickin' blend in. Speaking of shows, were you, like, Josh, is it Strumpf or Stump? Stump. Were you at the thing that he hosted for the fundraiser for the Victoria Hospital in McDowell?
I was there the year before.
Okay. Oh, so he had done it the previous year.
Yeah, it wasn't really a what do you call it?
Fundraiser?
Yeah, it wasn't a fun. It was more just a big party that we all sang at.
Right.
That was like a ball. That was fun. Like that was my send off to university. That like my last year. But no, this time I didn't go. I would love to. I love working with all them, like Taya, Mercy, and Josh. They're all sweet. Like,
they're very talented. All three of them.
Yeah.
All three of them.
100%.
Which we got to get those girls on the show too at some point in time. So right now you're currently going to university in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
So does that mean like the music endeavor has kind of been like on hiatus a little bit, or?
What are you in university for?
Kinesiology, which is study of human movement.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's pretty sweet. It's a little bit, people give it a bad rap, but it depends what you take.
Why?
Because they think it's like, easy baby classes. That's what everyone says. Because it's like, it's based on exercise. Like, and it's basically based off physical activity within, like, society and also within the human body. So you have to learn both sides. But, like, the other day in my class, like, even today, in one of my classes, like, the full class was us doing strength training programs. Like we were squatting and then, like bench pressing and everything. And people just are like, well, that's easy. Yeah. But it's like, well, now you got to relate that back to like, how would that work for someone who's 85,
Right.
So you have to like base it off of like populations and everything. And it's not everything is like,
or medical history.
Exactly. And it does get a very bad rap there with business.
So did you take that because of your hockey background?
I also took it because of, it's my like leeway into physiotherapy.
Okay.
Because I've had a countless history of physiotherapy.
Really?
Because of your hockey.
Well, yeah, no, kinda. Like I ended up like I was talking about how I had to get surgery and quit hockey, was because I had to get bones removed from my elbow here. You see, there's scars everywhere, and I had a degenerative issue with my cartilage, and the cartilage just kind of like flaked away, and it was like bye. And then it was like bone on bone contact whenever I was doing anything, what I mean? So I was like, ow, this kind of hurts. And then they're like, it's tennis elbow. And then I got an ultrasound. Turns out no cartilage in my elbow. So they had to take bones out of there, and then that was lots of therapy for that. And then I think I told you about this at the Candle Lake show, but I caught my hand in a wood splitter at work.
Yeah, I was razzing him. I was like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, my wood splitter, that piston goes so damn slow. It'd be like,
but yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, go.
But it wasn't going forward. It was going back. So like, because it had an auto back, it was like a big gas powered one for my job, because I work for Parks in Candle Lake, and we were going. I had my PPE all on. We both had our PPE on, so we couldn't hear each other. I'm like cleaning out the back end of the wood splitter and like left my hand in there for like 1 second, and my friend started it, and it was stuck in the auto back, and it just went back and like and just like crunch. But good thing it wasn't the full force. It was just like partial force to get it back into like the piston position. But no, I broke my middle finger. Had to go through a bunch of. Actually, I just got discharged from the therapy, so
it's all good now.
Yeah, I'm all good. I can do whatever I want. But yeah, no. Kinesiology definitely leeway into my physiotherapy. Right. Hopefully, my physiotherapy career.
Yeah.
If not, I can just sing on the side of the street. Yeah.
So, coming back to singing, like, is that like one of your aspirations? Is to be like a full-time performer on stage?
I really wish I could. If I wasn't such like a, I don't know, if I had more faith in myself per se, let's say it like that, I would drop everything and just go out and sing, and I'd be, but it's just that little piece of me that's like, what if nothing works? I at least need a backup plan, So I'm going into education I'm going for my education right now, just because I just feel like there has to be some sort of backup, There just has to be something that is for sure able to get me at least something of a job.
Right.
Well, we know we've had artists on the show that have a nursing degree in their back pocket.
Yeah.
But they're doing a full-time
Yeah.
singing
Yeah.
gig.
Exactly. And that's
Carissa Hoffert.
That's right.
And that's where I kind of hope I'll be. Like, I really like, I just feel like doing something on a whim isn't really something for me. And like, I really need to like make sure that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah. No, I understand that for sure.
And it's, and like, props to anyone who isn't going to school. Like I'm not like saying that not going to school is like a terrible thing, but
don't go to school. If you want to be an artist, just do it. Man. Just
honestly.
freaking do it. While you're wasting all your time going to university.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go broke. So I know financial.
Broke. That's one way to put it. Man. But no, I just, some like piece of me just, I can't just drop everything. I would if I really could, but like my anxiety is just like,
right,
you're not that good. I'm like, oh, okay.
Which is interesting, because like 5 minutes ago you said if you put in the work that it would
work
fine.
out. Yeah.
And now you're kind of saying the opposite of that.
I know.
We're not here to put him on the spot.
Oh, I'm totally. You're on the spot. You're in the hot.
You're
seat.
right. No, I have to say, you're right. I just don't know if I'm capable of putting in enough work.
Right.
If that's a proper way to say it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
it's definitely a lot of work.
It is. So it's not just as simple as
Get up there and sing,
record this and it's a #1 hit. Yeah. Like, no, there's a
so much
play-by-play structured plan on like even to release one song.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much work needs to, not just recording it and writing it, but to like structure the plan to release it is crazy.
And maybe if I was further in like my singing career, I'd think about it.
Right.
But like I'm a greenie. Like I'm in the I'm just starting out kind of thing. Like I have like 2-3 videos on my Instagram. Like that's kind of low. So I need to pick that up, but I'm very, very, very picky. You know what I mean? With what I release, I'm not just going to it probably would take me like to release one video probably like a week.
Right.
I need that like perfect. Like, if I listen to it and I'm like, nah, I was an off note. I do.
Yeah.
Like even when I listen back, my mom's like, you did like amazing. You did so good. And I listen back, I'm like, well, there's a little bit of like.
So you're kind of like your own worst critic.
Oh yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I get it.
In one way.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's very good for like, you want to do as good as you can, but then at the other way, it's like, dude. Like
you need to release.
Yeah, you can get a little bit out here and there. Like there's a little bit of give, but
right. Have you ever like tried to just sit down and write your own song, or not yet?
Yeah. Well, I used to be part of a band.
Yeah.
That was just me and actually one of my roommates right now. We still kind of sometimes play, but him and I would sit down a lot and talk and try and write. But I'm a lyrics guy. I write the lyrics. I'm pretty good with lyrics. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But no, I can sit down and write lyrics, but I just can't get music behind it. I can get drums behind it because I was a drummer. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that'll sound great. Yeah. But I can't like figure
however
out, like,
many
tunes.
beats per minute. And yeah. Let's go.
And yeah, I'm fine with that. But like, yeah, just writing like guitar and everything else. I'm just like, like right. I used to play the trumpet quite a bit too.
Interesting.
Like I was part of a school band and I did like taps at Remembrance Day and stuff like that. Like I was pretty big in that. But no, I really, really, really want to play the guitar.
And you don't?
Oh, I like not really. Like I'm like very, very, very early on in learning that, but I really want to learn it. I just do not find it interesting. I find
it. The guitar behind you, it's tuned. You can try if you want.
Yeah. No, it'd be like.
So, yeah. What is it about guitar that you don't find interesting?
I think it just might be the commitment.
Maybe.
I just think it's straight up just the commitment. I don't think I know that it will take a very long time, and I just don't know if I'm willing to put in the work that much time. You know what I mean? Like
you're going down. You're going so Mark and I, if you don't know, we kind of, I don't remember how it came about exactly, but the short version of the story is that we're going to do a bass off at some point in time in the future. Neither one of us know how to play. So we each picked this song and we're like, we're going to learn how to play this, and then we're going to have a challenge and see who's better.
Someone should do begging.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
No, you cannot. You cannot. It has been spoken.
One of my uncles is a bass player.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Einsteins of Nine.
No, I have not.
My uncle is the bass player for that.
Okay.
My Uncle Murray. He also does backup vocals.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
Because they were not for a while, I think.
Oh.
Because it was kind of quiet.
Yeah. I remember that very vividly. Or, sorry, the opposite of vividly. Very vaguely, that's the word.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's, he also was kind of like, he helped me out quite a bit too, my Uncle Murray. He didn't know I could sing. He just knew I was kind of into band stuff, so he invited me to some of his band practices.
Okay.
And then after Search for the Star, he's like, Nick, what the hell? You didn't tell me you could sing. He texts me, he's like this is like, what?
Yeah.
And he was like, and he was lost for words, and I was like, hey, yeah. I guess I can, because like my whole that side of the family, like my Uncle Murray's side, is like all singers. Like they all play, they all do everything.
So you're coming by it honestly, if it runs in the family.
Yeah, and it kind of does, but like, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Like I was always into music, but just singing was never like, I was like, meh, I like singing.
Yeah.
I was
like in the car, in the shower.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I don't even know. I don't think I've ever sang in the shower. Actually, okay, maybe like once or twice. It's never like a la la la. I just find like, okay, I gotta wash myself, gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Dude, when I was younger, I totally would sing in the shower. I'd have like the ghetto playing.
Now I do actually.
Some music. Do you?
Before I didn't, because I was listening to music. I used to drum in the shower. I was like, oh yeah, it's so cool. Now I drum and sing.
I don't sing in the shower.
Yeah, but you can't sing though. Not saying that I can. I'm just saying that like.
It doesn't matter if you can sing. Don't sing in this, like.
Not even in the car? Have you ever? Question for you. Like when you were working in Prince Albert, traveling to PA every day, listening to the radio on your drives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment where you're by yourself in the vehicle, a good tune comes on, you turn it up and you just let it rip?
Of course.
Like a movie.
Okay,
moment.
what? Like, and is it fucking Queen?
The problem is that I have a dash cam, so I got to be careful of it.
Well, yeah, but you're in control of that dash cam, so it's like...
Yeah.
The cam could get covered,
it
potentially.
Depends on what's on the radio.
Okay, well, what was the last one you did that to?
The last one?
The last song you sang in the car. What was it? And how long ago would that have been?
That was last week.
Oh.
On my way to Saskatoon, actually. It was a song by Skunk and Nancy. It's a British rock band from the 90s.
Never heard of them.
And it was Weak, I believe.
The song was weak or the song was weak?
The song title was Weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you?
Braden King, Nicotine. Oh, yeah. I can't stop fucking playing that song, dude. I love that song right now.
Talk about not stop playing. I have gotten into a huge, like humongous Daft Punk phase.
Oh, yes.
My son too, dude.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've always liked Daft Punk, but I'm always like, yeah, a little like harder, better, faster, stronger kind of deal.
Yeah.
Now it's Human After All, the album.
Yes.
Oh my God, the sound in that is just amazing.
What songs are on that album?
Human After All, Technologic.
Yeah, okay.
Around Prime
the World?
Time of Your Life.
No, Around the World's not on that one.
I think that's Homework.
I don't know their album names.
Oh no, it might be even be Discovery. I have no clue. Like that's how much I'm into them. Like
yeah.
Just for the past like 2 months, walking to class, and there's one like my friend Eric was pissed at me. Like my roommate Eric, he's like, dude, I went into my midterm today with Human After All stuck in my head. Like it was both. Like it goes. Do 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 do. We are human. Do 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 do. After all.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
And I am huge into like vocals for that way. Like I don't know what it is. I just love like grungy, technologic, fake sounding voices.
Right.
I'm big in like that grungy like like where it's you can obviously tell it's auto-tune, but like and just the Frenchness of them is is just insane. I can't get enough of Daft Punk right now. Like even on the way here, probably like, and I like I'm bad for like getting hooked on stuff. Like I'm also a huge The Weeknd fan.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like you don't even know what my Apple Music looks like. It is stupid. Like I have everything, but The Weeknd last April, like January to April, like when I actually moved to Saskatoon. It was like I would listen to The Weeknd, and I don't know if you know who Bo Burnham is. He's like a comedian, singer. I don't find him funny. I just like his music. Sorry, Bo. But I listened to both those albums like once a day. The whole album. Like not even like one or two songs. The whole entire album would be on repeat the whole day. Oh, I know those songs like the back of my hand, you know? And I don't know what it is. Like I just get like hyper fixated on like just songs that I like the sound of. And I kind of like picking like other music. And I'm also getting into like Gorillaz right now.
Oh yes.
They have a new
Clint
album.
Eastwood.
Yeah.
That's like the only song I know of theirs.
Happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. Yeah, that's wrong key, but a good one. Their new song, it's called New Gold. That's one I'm obsessed with.
And
right
it's
now.
a good one?
I think it's good.
Right.
Isn't there a special music video with that one too? Isn't there some story behind that?
I have no clue. It's a definite like it's a society song. Like it's talking about like how society is all messed up and weird. But I'm actually not huge into music videos, which is weird.
Huh.
He
is. I'm not.
I love me a good music video.
I would say I like music video. Like I like a good music video, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I like cinematography. I'm big into that. Like I like seeing like what it would take to like make that kind of stuff. But I'm just like, I like music.
Yeah, I like music. What's your favorite music video? For somebody who's not like big into music videos.
Sorry for the interruption, you guys. I just wanted to tell you guys about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month or use the promo code FunkyMoose2021 for 10% off. That is FUNKYMOOSE2021 for 10% off. Back to the show.
You should do that. Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee.
Yeah, I'm a huge water skier. I love like back in 2019 I was like preparing to compete.
Interesting.
Really?
In slalom skiing. Oh my, me and my dad.
You're a
like,
pretty athletic kid, eh?
Oh, I love athleticism.
Yeah. You like sports and everything?
Yes, I'm actually I skipped slow pitch to come to this today. So
Are you serious?
You guys better feel special. I missed my college rec slow pitch team.
Hell yeah.
But no, I love athletic stuff. I'm huge in that. Not like I've been lacking hard recently. Well, just because with like I wasn't actually able to do plus like my hand and everything.
Right.
Like I wasn't able to do like anything. Like Minecraft was like my athleticism. Because I also got COVID during this, so I was like,
oh man,
it was like sitting there just like.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And no, I'm big into water skiing. Like I'd go like 4 times a day. Slalom specifically at some point.
So you skiing up at Candle?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be looking for you next summer.
Oh, we will take you. Like my dad.
Oh, I'm not going on the ski. I'll drive the boat.
Drive the boat?
I'll drive the boat, but that's about as far as I'm
You're not going to go. Are you kidding?
No.
My dad.
Dude, I've got a metal rod in my leg.
Yeah.
That like from my knee to my hip here. This is all
makes
titanium.
you stronger.
Yeah.
You're like basically the Terminator now. You're like peel that back and just show like the flat. No.
I wish I was the Terminator.
I actually at one point I wanted to refilm the Chattahoochee music video using one of my friend's drones.
As the Terminator?
No, just so I could sing and like feel it and like it'd be like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I would have,
You should. You still could.
I mean, I'm 19.
Well,
I have so much life left. I could still do
We
that.
actually, whose boat was it? My brother-in-law was on a boat, and I followed him around with my drone.
It's cool.
It was,
We had.
and we put Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone.
Oh, that is sweet. I want at least one video of a drone behind me when I'm skiing, and I'm highway. I want to be like, just like ripping around the balls.
dude, let's do that next summer.
Agreed.
I think we could do it.
Yeah, and we have like
I don't have a drone anymore because it's
Broken.
fucked. But
fair.
Or you could be just water skiing with one of those big sticks.
I have a GoPro. I do have a GoPro actually because
That's rock and roll.
I actually used it for countless things like my snowmobiling, dirt biking, drifting my car in the field. I can show you guys videos of that later.
Yeah.
I have a GoPro mount on the top of my like.
You just make me wish I was 19 again.
Oh,
Dude.
just have you ever seen the movie 19 Again?
With Matthew, like the guy from Friends and frickin' Zac Efron?
Yes.
Isn't that 17 again?
Oh, 17 Again.
Yeah, totally
Same
saw
thing.
it. Totally saw that.
Good movie. No, yeah, 100%. Like, Candle Lake.
Isn't it the best?
Oh my God.
I love that place.
You know what?
Shout out Candle Lake.
This year, being 19, it sucked. It was so dry. There was no. That's the word we used this year. Was the summer was dry. There was no parties. No one was up there, and when they were up there, they were all like 16 years old. Are you kidding me? You can't party with
45, however old you all is.
Yeah.
like my parents talking about how Candle Lake used to be back in the day. I'm like, this is the same place. Are you kidding me?
What was that one that burnt down? Ship's Lantern?
Ship's Lantern. Like, I'm pretty sure one of my coworkers, one of my coworkers, she said that they used to have like the Coors, or like, I can't remember if it was Coors or Bud Light or something like that. One of the beer boxes had top destinations on it, and Candle Lake was like top 3.
Yeah.
Because it was like the party place.
Yeah.
But now, like, you're like, oh, let's go walking today for the 3rd time. Let's go swimming.
Let's try and figure out what kind of deer this is from the deer shed. Let's bring it back to the music a little bit.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so Search for the Stars, and then from there you got on, Joel called you, went to Chesterfest. Have you done anything since that Candle Lake thing? Since we last saw each other, or it's been a lot of focus on school right now?
Very focused on school.
Okay, so then let me ask you about songwriting. You say you like lyrics and stuff like that. When you've attempted to do so, what's your approach in doing that? Like, are you just like writing a poem, or is there a melody in your head and you're like a topic, or what's the?
I'm very weird with how I do my things.
Let's hear it.
I will basically just take it, like, I will kind of figure out the name first, kind of like a basic, like, kind of like a
topic?
Yeah, like a tree almost, you know, except instead of starting here, it starts from here. But like a map. So I start with a name and kind of like a basic idea of what I want to write, and then I just word vomit. Like, I just basically just get anything and everything onto the page, like the ideas I want about it, like the words, like kind of rhyme schemes, kind of everything, like everything that I want in a song, I just vomit, like word vomit on the page. It can be like a page, can be 2 pages, can be like half a page.
Right.
And then basically from there, I start writing lyrics. You know?
Puzzle it together.
Yeah, kind of like, basically, I guess, exactly. Like, you basically send out all the puzzle pieces on the table, and then you kind of sort the blues and the reds and the kind of like the corners and everything, and then you get the corners set up, and then from there you just kind of fill in the middle.
Yeah, interesting.
That's only with lyrics though.
Yeah.
with
Have you ever worked with another artist to get a song?
No.
Written?
Like a collaboration kind of thing?
Just with my band, very briefly. I have like a very, very small recording of one song that was recorded from iPhone, and I actually I really, really like the song, but it just hasn't gone anywhere.
Right.
No, I've only even like the only person that I've ever like sang with is Taya LaBelle. Like, I've never like Taya and Josh, but like Taya and I have done like, she did my harmonies one time, and then we also did like a duet type thing for what's that song called? I'll get it later. Yeah, like I haven't really been like introduced to like a whole lot of people, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're just like you're just getting started here, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, and
which was I think maybe one of the things that was so appealing of you. It's like, holy shit, this guy's new, and like you have some genuine talent there.
thank you.
Like it comes off when you're performing on stage, 100%.
Thank you.
And it was intriguing enough for me to ask you to come on the show for sure. I want to get to know you a little bit better.
For sure.
Have you ever done like an open mic?
No, I have wanted to so bad. Like so bad. Oh, I've wanted to like go up and just do an open mic and just try to do it, but like I just don't I don't know where.
I got you.
Okay, sweet. I just need time. So like probably during reading week I'll try and go out, cuz I'm kind of like with school I'm just like kind of like a nobody. You know, I just kind of like sit in my room and I just study and I try and learn, like even like I was saying to Joel, sorry. Oh my gosh.
It's okay, dude.
I was saying to Joel before, I spent like the last week probably like 20 some hours studying for my biomedical science midterm today.
Yikes.
Like it was.
How did it go?
I thought it went great. I think the 20 hours were well spent.
There you go.
That's always the good thing, but no, like I actually, it was from 5 till 5:50. So like I got home and then left like right from my midterm, and I was like, oh well, I walk home. But sorry, back to open mic. Yeah, the open mic thing, I would like love to. I've always wanted to, and you know what? The most grating thing hit me right in the heart. One of my friends, we went to her work to, we weren't there for like wing night or some of that, and I was 18. And they were like, "Okay, we're gonna go to a karaoke bar." And she's like, "Well, as long as Nick's not singing, like I've heard him sing way too much." And I was like, "Oh my!" Like, oh, and I was just like, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "I'm like the closest thing to like a professional singer around you, like you bastard! Like, what's wrong with you?" Like, I don't know. I remember I was just being like, "What?"
Thanks for your support. Right?
I was like, "I did not tip you, thank you," but no, it's. Yeah, so that's kind of, I wouldn't say deterred me from doing open mics, but I definitely just like, like,
right.
I guess I won't do an open mic.
Yeah.
But,
we actually know of, Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night at the Capitol in Saskatoon. There's open mics. I do want to bring Rebecca. I'm going to bring you there one night. Tuesday nights at the Capitol, and then I believe in Prince Albert, Wednesdays at the Prince Albert Brewing Company is Karaoke.
Oh, Gary O?
Yeah, Gary O.
I do know Gary O.
Yeah, so he has I think it's like an open mic kind of thing, like a karaoke thing. But
him and I have performed together once.
Yeah, he's good shit, man. I freaking love that guy.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, I have to say, it was at Candle Lake, that boat show we do.
Yeah.
That he was there? Yeah, he was playing one time with Dave Arsenault.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we brought him on our boat to bring him back to land. So it was pretty sweet. That boat show. Oh.
That's that pontoon boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys need something cool to cover like ever,
I've seen it a few times.
I'll say that is
You were there last year.
that was like literally the coolest show I think I've ever heard of.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Like,
I think my bar at Candle's gonna be.
Well, that's pending, but but I think, like, have you ever heard of a show like on the water on a boat?
On a boat?
Ever?
I've been to boat parties.
Boat parties.
That's a little different.
Like having like full musical instruments, everything
rad.
on the boat. Like,
it's pretty fucking rad.
It's so cool.
There was we actually 2 summers ago. 2 summers ago we saw a boat show, but it wasn't like the normal one, which they still had done that year. But this time we had saw Will Ardell and Monroe and Patrick were performing on it, and it was on the beach where that jumpy thing is, like the new water thing. It was on that one, and Mark and I, that was the first time that we saw Ardell perform.
Yeah, it's the same one.
It's the same boat.
I would say with
it was
Velda.
just like different. It was different because it was like on the other beach,
Sandy
and it was
Bay.
just like
We did try Sandy Bay a few times, but I think we're pretty much like on
the Wascatina.
Because the outcome for.
So are you a part of that when like do you help organize that at all, or you just go and you perform on there?
I know the person running it very well. So I try to help as much as we can with like setup and everything, which honestly sometimes is nothing because they have such good sound equipment guys there. But no, we try to do as much as we can. I'm like kind of related to the main producer, Velda Court.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of related?
I actually don't know what the relation is.
We should get connected and do something at Candle Lake next summer.
100%.
On that boat. Funky Moose Records presents Nic Aiken.
Yeah, because honestly, like it is, it's a
Langfield.
yes,
Near Langfield.
exactly. It's a beautiful show. The turnout is amazing. It's great for starters.
Yeah.
100%. Like even like, well, I did it for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
And I've been on like 90% of the shows. I think I've missed like 4.
Hell yeah, dude. So I've seen you. So for sure, without a doubt, I've seen you on that boat. I think I missed 1 in the last 3 years.
And it's hard to know who's singing sometimes, especially when they're like,
yeah.
Because even like I'll literally like get off and I'll go back on the beach and people.
I have videos on my phone of us on the beach as that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
My son dancing and stuff like that. Yeah, dude.
And it like honestly like that's one thing about the boat show. It's kind of like unfortunate is like they don't know who you are when you're up there, which I guess doesn't really matter if they know who you are as long as you're singing good.
Well, that's just that's a marketing thing.
Well,
so when
also,
you know, here's how I would do this. So if we were like organizing that like with you and them and planning it, we would know a couple months in advance on who's performing on what day. Then you got to make out posters and put the posters out everywhere and just promote the shit out of it, right?
And they actually do that very well in Candle Lake specifically.
Right. Well, yeah, there's like everybody around Candle knows when it's going on.
Like everyone, like they even have it on Facebook. You can see Gators Grub.
Yeah.
The Gators Grub boat show.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. Like,
but the only downside I find is that the boat is pretty far away from the.
Yeah, but you can see it's still pretty loud. You can hear it.
It's loud, but you can't actually see who's singing.
Yeah.
There are like 5-6 people on
Yeah.
the
Well, and
boat.
that's why there's all the boats that are around the other boat.
because there's actually a technicality there.
Okay.
So it technically can't be a on the beach show. You know what I mean? It has to be a boat show rather than a beach show because
because of the public property kind of thing?
Yeah, and it's kind of like if it was directed towards the beach, then we would, or I guess they would be responsible for anything that happens on the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, I think. It's kind of like a technicality issue because well, we've had like, especially trying to do it during COVID, we did an on the ice show in February. Like that was that was the coolest
At Candle?
show ever. Yes,
For real?
it was on the ice. We just had a trailer set up and like people skidooed. They were fishing right there. We had someone pulling a canoe behind a skidoo on the ice.
Dude.
It was I have like photos. It was, I'm not kidding, probably like that. Nothing will top performing there except for maybe your bar. But it was like a amazing show. But like, it is hard to like, running stuff isn't easy.
No,
Ever.
it's not easy.
So
putting
much
that
stuff.
together.
Like you got to get down to every little minute detail, or else someone will nip you in the ass. You
There's
know,
always somebody that's going to nip you in the ass.
Oh.
No matter how prepared you are for
Yep.
it, someone, there's always one.
100. Oh, honestly,
Always.
just to get a little bit of a see,
Yep.
I caught you. Oh,
Yep.
you know.
It never fails.
But no, but that's where I think these last couple years, everything is just obviously gets easier every time you do it, right? And like we have sponsors. Like I tell my friends I was sponsored by Original 16, but not me specifically. But I have a bunch of merch from Original 16, like cards and Great Western. Even like it's sweet. Like
You got to get that bubbly on there.
Honestly, I'm not kidding. I would 100%. If we get sponsored by Bubbly, like that would make it 10 times better because it's again like it's also not cheap to run these things either. You know, that's why you need the sponsors and blah blah blah. But if Bubbly were to sponsor, if I was to get a Bubbly hat, that thing would not come off my head. I'm not kidding.
I think we can get you a bubbly hat.
We'll make
Dude,
something happen.
oh my god, I'm not kidding. I would be the happiest human alive in that single moment. Like even getting $1 million would be like upwards to me getting a bubbly
would be nothing
sponsorship.
compared to a hat of bubbly.
You'd rather have a bubbly hat than $1 million.
A bubbly sponsorship
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
with maybe $1 million mixed in.
Yeah, valued at $1 million.
But
So going back to the ice show, that's cold.
it was actually the day was perfect.
Right.
Couldn't have gone better. It was like +6.
Oh, really?
Like, not kidding, in February, it was like a miracle that it happened. And it was like, like...
But if that day would have been -15, -20...
We still would have done it.
How would you have, like, stayed warm? Did you have fires, like, around there?
And use their fingers.
Even, yeah, it was a little bit, even at -6, it was, or like, sorry, plus, it was probably around like plus like 1 or 2, actually, now that I think of it. I meant to say -6, but
yeah,
it was, even since, like, my guitarist said he, like, needed gloves or something, like, it was getting a little bit chilly, but we might have even postponed. You know, stuff can always happen.
Just take a little longer break in between songs to, like, warm your hands up and stuff like that.
But, like, people had fires started on the ice. People had everything. Like, it was...
Probably a fish fry going on.
Oh, yeah. People fishing, people skidooing. There's kids doing, like, catwalks nearby, and there's, like, sleds. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like, I'm like, this is Saskatchewan right here. Country music. Well, any kind of music, actually. And, like, this? Like, you can't get this anywhere else.
Yeah. I want to know if you guys are doing that again this winter. I
hope so.
Yeah,
I really hope so, because
maybe we can organize something Moose Fest related on La Quash.
Yeah.
Instead of the vintage snowmobile thing.
No, let's do it. Maybe let's do a Moose Fest thing at Candle Lake.
You don't want to be cold. Oh, like in winter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think winter is the most underutilized, like, season. Because
I fucking hate the winter, dude.
Yep.
I'm the complete opposite.
It.
Oh, I'd rather it be winter.
Oh, man.
Because with me,
but you're like an athletic young guy who plays hockey and...
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, when I'm hot, the only thing I can do is, like, turn on a fan, drink some water. But when I'm cold, you can get warm. It's easier. You put on a jacket, you put on mitts, you're like, I'm good to go.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
In the summer, you can only get...
In summer, you can only take so many clothes off.
I was going to say, you can only get so naked. Like, there's a point in which, like, the nakedness is like, you're getting there.
Yeah. But then going the other way, you could just keep layering up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Interesting.
I agree. I don't do well with the heat either. That's why my office is downstairs.
Fair. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely a more cold guy than a warm guy.
Right.
I don't hate summer.
Fair.
It's not that I enjoy winter a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it, but again, my job is inside.
Fair.
And
yeah.
I'm
content, and you're content.
Even in the summer, like working for parks, like, like this summer was pretty brutal sometimes. Where like we'd be like, okay, we got to take like a 5-minute break every 10 minutes.
I have a question for you. If you're working for parks at Candle Lake, have you seen our podcast sticker?
I have seen them everywhere. I have always wondered, and I'm because even they're on our like garbage cans and stuff, you know, which I'm not saying is like a bad thing, but
yeah,
I was like,
I wonder who put that there.
I don't know.
Lots of there's tons of them everywhere.
Yeah,
and that's where I see them in Prince Albert too.
We have people that actually follow the show. We have regular followers. Yeah,
we need more stickers. Huh?
And I was sitting there and I was like, I wonder, like, because I didn't like honestly, like, I'm sorry, I never heard of you guys beforehand.
Right,
like before you came up to me and then I saw your Instagram photo. I'm like, that's the sticker. I was like, that is it. I was like, are you kidding? I was like, man, that is so... I was really excited. I was like, that's sick.
Hell
that's
yeah,
awesome.
Dude. Yeah, well, we just kind of... Like, the whole purpose for the show is to, like, just promote. We're very big music enthusiasts, and, like, we love when people like you are doing what you're doing, and we just want to try and encourage it and try and shine a little bit of whatever little bit of light that we have on it and, like, encourage it. Like, I encourage you to write more, dude. I think you should dabble. Even... go as far as just doing what's that called when you just change the words to a song again?
Scat?
No, like if you have cheat. Yeah, do it the easy way.
Just jam or just like And actually, you know, that's what I do sometimes as well. Is I'll like, again, word vomit is like one word I use a lot because it's just kind of like trying to get anything down because anything is better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like any sort of words, like anything that rhymes, like I'll show you guys. I have a rap song that I made with my friends. My one friend's a producer.
Nice.
I don't think I want it on the show, but I'll show you guys after. But I like rhymes. I'm a big rhyme guy. I like rhymes.
Right.
I think rhyming is hilarious, actually.
So what's funny about it?
If you can incorporate rhymes into like your average sentence in any way, it's hilarious. Because like no one's really thinking about that. Like if Eminem came up to me and just started rhyming random stuff, but it made sense, I would laugh.
He would be, because I think he only like talks in rhyme.
I would laugh like my ass off. It would be. I would be like rolling. I don't know what it is with rhymes.
Yeah.
It's funny, but no. Yeah,
I'm seriously only gonna DM you in rhymes.
Yeah.
I actually did that with Ardell for like a day and a half. I don't remember how it started, but it was like every time he would say something or ask something, I would reply in a rhyme.
That's funny. Like if you're saying like the podcast is up today, you really don't have to pay. I'd be like, oh, it's so funny. I'd be like, that's hilarious.
Makes me think of Happy Gilmore. One of my favorite scenes is where he goes on that tangent and it's like, we'll eat some hay down by the bay. What do you say?
I just may.
I just may.
That's one of my
I
all-time favorites.
That's a good show.
Oh.
Definitely. Okay, so for the people out there listening, where can we direct people to like track you down, find you? We do know you've only got like maybe 3 songs on Instagram right now, but
pretty much
mark my words, I'm gonna encourage this young lad to get more content out there.
He has to pull up his socks.
Yeah, I'll pull up my socks. I'll start putting more effort in.
I think you guys keep an eye on Nick here, because now I know he goes to where he works in the summer. I'm going to be pushing him a little bit more. I truly believe like you have a significant amount of talent there, and I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit for it. And I just want to encourage you to hit the stage a lot more, dude. I think you have a lot of potential there for big things. 100%.
Yeah, and that's just the summer is like, I think this year I had a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I can't honestly, I don't want to like highball it or lowball it, but there was quite a bit. Like did a wedding. That was sweet. One of my dad's friends' weddings, that was like a ball. That was fun.
Yeah.
But no, just tons of shows. Like the boat concerts are pretty much my main in the summer.
Interesting.
Because it's like, it's where I work.
That's funny how I didn't know that you were a part of that. Yeah, so I've seen you more than the times that I had.
You were just not paying attention.
Well, I just didn't.
It's also like we said, like it's far away. You can't see. Like my red hair isn't that red, you know, and you can't put two and two
I bet
together.
you if I go back on some notes from a few years ago, I remember one summer where I was at that and I was like messaging you names of artists that were performing on that boat. I bet you his name is on that list.
It might even be Eric, Charlie, and Nick.
Fuck, how far? I'd have to go back real far in that chat.
We chat way too much.
We talk too much.
We'll be able to find it. Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
Fun fact, I didn't have Wi-Fi till I was, I think, 14 or 15, because we lived out in the boonies.
Right.
And I had a flip phone up until I was 15, 16.
Nice.
Yeah. I was raised like...
Saskatchewan farm boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except actually we don't farm.
Yeah.
You know, it's like... technically, yeah. I guess you can call me a farm boy. A dirt bike.
Yeah,
I get dirty.
yeah.
I break fingers.
Hell yeah. Oh, but you didn't answer. I guess I cut you off when I asked the question of where can people find you. So like Instagram, is it just like Nick?
Instagram, Nic Aiken, I believe. It's actually not a very common name, surprisingly.
I believe.
Yes. I don't. That's how bad I am.
Trying to remember if there's an underscore in there.
I don't use lots of social medias. I don't.
Right.
I'm not a huge social media guy. That's my issue. Is I'm really like, if I had someone who could just like take my videos for me and post them, I'd be golden.
You just want an entourage.
If I literally could get someone
You've
to do
got 4 other guys in your dorm there that...
If I could get someone to do everything for me, it'd be perfect. But no.
Shit would get done.
It would. But No, I'm really like I always say to my friends, like, I don't know nothing about computers. I'm really bad with phones. I'm just like a dad per se. You know? Like I'm just like, how does this thing work? Hold my phone like 6 feet away from my face. I'm like, like take off my glasses. But no, I'm just not good with social media. So I will get better. I actually have a whole setup in my room right now to record. I have a little like interface that I like can plug my microphone into, and it connects to my computer, and it's all hidden in my drawer.
Hell yeah, dude!
So like I'm there. I just need to record.
I encourage you to do it. I think when you get home tonight, before you like wind down and go to bed and everything after a long day of like at the university, I think you should take like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just record rhyme. Record a bunch of rhymes.
I actually attempted to make a video, like duetting a TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually went...
I fucking hate TikTok. I just want to be clear on that. I hate it.
I do too. The only thing is it's like one of the ways to just get big fast.
I'm going to...
Except...
I think it's all smoke and mirrors, man.
But what I was gonna add to that is the longevity of your fame does not last very long.
Yeah. That's
as
true.
long as a TikTok, 60 seconds.
That's true. And that's also like, I think just today's society, not just TikTok. I think like... it's going to be very hard to find like those big, the Eagles, the Stones, the Beatles. Like, I don't think that's the Elvis, fucking Michael Jackson, like that. I can't see that happening. Yeah. So if you think of like the biggest artist like today, who would be like the number one? Fucking Garth Brooks? I wouldn't say he's number one, but he's up there. He's like very... I think just in general.
Garth Brooks is big, but he's not.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen. Yeah.
I would say Morgan Wallen is probably the biggest.
Or I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who's Morgan Wallen?
See?
But you're not paying attention.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's just... Well, Morgan Wallen got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, did he?
Very big trouble. He said the bad word that no one...
The N-word?
Yes.
Somebody recorded him from across the street.
And he was drunk and like throwing stuff, and he called his friends the N-word, and then they were like, oh, well, you're gone.
Yeah, you're canceled.
Nic, I thank you for coming on the show.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for coming here.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
Hell yeah, dude. I wish we could get a little taste, but what we're going to do...
Yeah.
Would it be too much if I put you... Can we let the listeners at home, like, can they hear you? Can you drop a, like, sing us a verse or something, if you don't mind?
I was practicing on the way here.
Were you?
Yes.
Fuck, I want you guys to stop what you're doing and really check this out and see. Let us know if you heard or can hear what I heard when I saw this young gentleman performing on stage.
This one, watch this.
Yeah, I got my legs out from underneath me. I'm all getting my stature up and my body stacked. But no, I also just want to say thank you guys so much. Like, this is sweet. It's nice to talk to guys who have the exact same thoughts that I do.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's just nice to be somewhere where you can just talk.
And just be real,
and just
right?
Be real.
We're like therapists.
Well, exactly.
You should charge by the hour.
No.
No, please.
We'll take a sponsorship from Bubbly, though.
Agreed. I will get literally anything. Bubbly, you would make me so happy. If you're listening to this right now, Bubbly CEOs, I'm begging. I'm just kidding. Doom. But no. I also just want to say, yeah, I know you guys said it was like, maybe this was cut out, but like, I know you guys said tangents are good, but that was like a lot of tangents. Was that okay?
You're totally okay.
Okay,
dude.
sweet.
You're 100%.
Because if you can't tell, I do like it to talk. I do talk quite a bit, and that's
good. That's what this is all about, man. True. We're just here to try and get to know each other a little bit better.
Fair.
We want the viewers and listeners out there to know who you are and be able to recognize you if they see you out there.
Sweet. Well, red hair. I'm usually wearing this jacket in the summer. And
in summer.
Yeah, this is my summer jacket.
Candle Lake boat show.
Mm-hmm. Just Candle Lake in general. I'm a menace there. Always fixing stuff and cleaning stuff in my job. But no. This is I guess Morgan Wallen, Cover Me Up. One of my favorite songs by him. It's actually a cover, if you didn't know that. It's a really good song. So it's like doom 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 doom. It's like a heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun, can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. The days when we raged, we flew off the page. Such damage was done. But I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. There you go. That's a little bit.
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Very well done.
Reminds me of my first time singing. A few claps, yeah.
Reminds me of my first time. Yeah, the couple claps there. Fuck yeah,
The one,
dude.
two, like little snaps.
I've said it already. I'm going to say it again, man. I truly appreciate you. The things that you're doing, I want to thank you for that. And thank you for coming out here and hanging with us. We aren't done, but we're going to let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. Find him in the description below. The links to social medias are there. And just keep an eye out on him. If I mark my words, you guys, I'm going to push this guy as hard as I can to get him on stage as much as possible.
Awesome.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
See you next week.